here at Hyderabad Literary Festival 2025, 15th edition. And we are here with Dr. Stephen Huyler.
Thank you.
How has your experience at the festival been?
Well, I came looking forward to it. I'm an author. I have, my 7th book has just been published. And I was, very pleased to be asked to join and to be here. And I thought, well, it'll just be another festival. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I am blown away. First of all, you have to understand that I have been coming to India for 53 years, and and every year for about 4 months a year. I know India intimately, in as much as any foreigner can. I've traveled truly extensively in the country, and I was introduced to India by Kamaladevi Chattopadhyaya, through, who was Gandhiji's, worked with him in trying to fulfill his wishes, and she charged me with that. I've been traveling constantly, initially through 19 years of working closely with Kamaladevi ji, throughout every Indian district in the subcontinent, in peninsular India, not up in the northeast, because at that time I could not go. I know India. I cannot believe what I am finding here. The festival is such a magnificent expression of what India is, has become, and will become. It is extraordinary because, I've been hoping, I've been believing, I've been charged with recording India as it grows and changes. And unlike some who felt that India was losing its traditions, I don't find that. I find that it's just mutating and amending. And so to find the level of awareness and creativity, the level of expression, self-expression, and understanding of India and India's goals in its breadth, in its diversity, that I am finding in this festival is profound. It is amazing. And I am so excited. You can tell I'm bubbling over with it. I'm just amazed. Well, the thing is, one of the advantages to being an outsider to India, and I am, and I will always be an outsider, even though I have a deep love and affection and empathy for India. I'm still an American who was born outside the country from American parents, not of Indian heritage. And so I come with a perspective of an outsider, which means that I see things slightly differently than anybody living here. So when you say that you are working in the festival and yet you don't see it, well, that's true. When I work in villages or communities or I document, as I have photo documented, countless communities in India, the people in those communities don't necessarily see what I see, and that's as it should be. If you were to come to my hometown in the United States, you would see things that I don't see. And you might bring those things to my attention. So that's what I do. And nevertheless, what I am finding here, because I know India so well, it's an India of the future. It is an India that is moving into the second quarter of the 21st century with a kind of grace and a kind of excitement and vibrancy that is thrilling to witness. Truly thrilling to witness, as it should be. There was, when I came to India in the 70s, I came in 1971, so the beginning of the 70s, there was a tiredness. There was an exhaustion after partition, after the being uprooted and moved around, after the exhaustion of trying to forge a new country. There was an excitement in the new country, but there was a little bit of growth pains that was like a teenager not quite knowing who his bones were or what her body is like. But now, what I am seeing is an India that is so growing into such vibrant maturity that it's just amazing. in one of the lectures I heard today, someone said, do you see, United States used to be a sort of the, I don't know, the forerunner of culture, global cultures.
Right.
How is India seen? And I see India as very much a primary leader of the 21st century. Not just, it really is quite amazing. And that is expressed particularly here, more so than I have ever seen.
Lovely. It's so good to hear this appreciation, and like I said, we were so close to the action that we didn't realize how somebody from a distance looks at it. But I'm glad that our efforts are coming true.
They really are.
And we really want, the endeavor behind this festival is to encourage youngsters to take up literature, youngsters to read books.
Which is so necessary.
Which is so necessary.
And it's frightening to see how literacy in some ways is submerged by internet, etc.
Yes.
So to do that is invaluable. I am here to celebrate my new book, which is called Transformed by India, A Life, and it's really recording those 53 years of documentation, but it's because of all of these amazing individuals. Really, the book is a tribute to them, it's not about me, it's about the ways in which Indians have opened their lives to me, and by that have reflected my own back to me.
So evolution of India through your eyes and accounted in the last 53 years.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, so this
That's why I am transformed by India.
France, yes, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. I will give a read to that book, really looking forward. And thank you so much for sharing your enthusiasm with us.
Well, it's a genuine enthusiasm.
It felt like a very good pat on the back, and I know the festival founders, they're amazing people, and they've been doing it for 15 years consistently. So it takes
and every year it gets bigger. But it's amazing the numbers of people here, and the responses, and the numbers of venues. And, everything. The organization is extraordinary.
We're right in the heart of a corporate hub. This is where all the big companies are.
Well, I know, I used to work documenting villages that were right where all of these corporate buildings are. So it also has a meaning for me like that. I mean, there were communities right here that are now different kinds of communities because they're high-rises and as modern as anything could be in India.
Wow.
So thank you.
I'm really excited to read the book because I would really love to understand and see what you're seeing.
Right.
Even if I'm able to condense 10% of what you've seen, I think that will be a very fulfilling experience.
Thank you.
So thank you for your work and your commitment to India.
Thank you.
We absolutely love having you, and please keep coming back to HLF.
Thank you.